Hi, I'm Carrie Blazer, the Divine Feminine, reincarnation of Mary Magdalene. Thank you for clicking on my clip. But I want to let you know that I have a free ebook linked below, my 6 Divine Feminine Self-Love Strategies. They will help you transform your emotional wounds into personal wisdom. And I take a multidisciplinary approach. I include the laws of physics, psychology, neuroscience, shamanism, mysticism. I went wild, okay? So men can understand and women can understand. There's something there for everyone because what I learned is when something's true, it's true in multiple places. All right, please like and subscribe and help me distribute my ebook to everyone for free by exploding my channel. Take care. Enjoy the clip. Bye.
Stick to
Women
that.
are capable of rational thought when they are supported in processing their emotions, when they're supported in their femininity, when they can communicate how they feel. But in European culture, the past 2,000 years, no, it doesn't happen. So the feminine is repressed. So the masculine emotional range is minute. When femininity is fully expressed, the men in that culture, their emotional range is also fully expressed. So they have this capacity for extreme violence when, appropriate and necessary, and then extreme soft and civility when appropriate and necessary. I mean, that was my master's degree. I translated 12th century, Taoist texts about menstruation, childbirth. And there's like a text out of Taiwan where, women have 70 worms and kind of like, I forget, worms and blood. I was like, that sounds like sex during a period. Like, but it was all the women are unpure. It was all unpure. And they were also selling like all these rights through the religion, these purity rights. Yeah, your women are impure, but I have the solution, the snake oil, right? The snake oil. Amazing.
Find
Yeah,
it.
women rested. I remember when I had my third child, I had a Chinese babysitter. She's like, why are you up and running around? I'm like, well, I got to take care of the kids. After my second child was born, I went back to work 3 weeks later. And then I got bacterial pneumonia and spent 2 weeks in ICU on a ventilator. I was done. I became septic because I didn't have this. The isolated destroyed me.
The
Right.
love
Mirror.
practices was
Women are just mirror and men are everything. No, there's no ego inflation there. I don't know. What? See, it's all inverted because it comes from a wound. Femininity goes first and then masculinity decides. When a woman drops her handkerchief, a man decides what to do. You have to surrender to your emotions based on the laws of physics. The downward goes first, and that propels you. You build kinetic energy, and that propels you to the upward. Femininity goes first. You have to create before you can execute what you created, right? But we've already seen in several ways that Christianity promotes an inversion between masculine and feminine roles, and that just shuts down the heart because we're not true to ourselves, we're not authentic to ourselves. We haven't individuated in a healthy way from our parents.
women who
Easy
can
to control and manipulate. I'm the reincarnation of Mary Magdalene, my guy from my childhood, JC, currently the head of global security at GoDaddy, FBI. FBI, I mean, you want to imagine what the FBI has been dealing with for the past 30 years while he's been there? What? Sex addictions, child trafficking, narco terrorists, all kinds of problems because people do not have a secure attachment to self. Right. In general, women are more agreeable, but communication is feminine. And women are meant to communicate like the vagus nerve connects the womb to the throat. And the structure in the throat, it exactly mirrors the structure of the womb and the ovaries. They're intimately connected because we communicate and then men decide what to act. Communication is the surrender. I'm going to surrender to my emotions and communicate them to you. I'm offering you my emotions and then men listen and decide what to do. That's a healthy, mature relationship between adults, between a man and a woman. When women can't, appropriately give their man feedback, then how do we how do we do the Cherokee proverb? How do I help a man connect to his soul when he's not seeing himself? I mean, that's why JC and I couldn't be together. We both came from super traumatic childhoods. A lot happened between us in our childhood. Couldn't be together. Well, what happened? I had extreme mental illness and I attempted suicide 7 years ago because I didn't have the right man. I didn't have my masculine. It was my perfect counterbalance. I couldn't speak my mind. I didn't know how to. But he opens me like none other, and I open him like none other. And so together, we're unstoppable. And we've been doing, like, I haven't seen him in 40 years, but He got that job at GoDaddy 1 month before I was intuitively guided to reach out to Justin Waller, who's Andrew Tate's best friend. And 2 months later, Andrew Tate was canceled on social media, and I had an opportunity to help them both with my shamanic gifts. Then, a couple months later, Andrew was thrown in solitary confinement, so I spent 4 months in my garage in my recliner in the dark talking to him because I felt that isolated too, and we self-reflected. I'm talking to a soul the whole time. And I was wondering, I didn't know that about Jason until December of 2024, but I always wonder, like, it seems like I'm working in lockstep with someone. But this is all of our souls constantly communicate. Here's the inner authority. Christianity teaches external authority, and there's the problem. It's inverted wisdom. It's a subconscious lie that drives inappropriate behavior, and it just creates our own self-destruction. The patriarchy. Well, I'm going to link it below, but I think we got the point from that video, just how extensively, how different it is, and how much like the secure attachment to self, the ability to be an autonomous, have sovereignty over yourself and in a healthy way inside of a culture is something the West just hasn't experienced in a large scale.